What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm gonna do a little quick video on just the basics on how I make a lure that I want to mold and cast with resin. First, I like to sketch it out on paper, get everything together, and then I start with poplar wood. I've always used poplar even when I'm making wood baits. It's a really great wood for that. It's really durable but still carves up really nice. I just cut mine out with a jigsaw. Next, I'm going to show you how I carve it out. I start with little lines down the middle. I kind of just eyeball it. You can measure it if you want, but after doing it for so long, I just kind of eyeball it right down the middle. And then I'm going to do 2 lines on the side of that, and that's the depth that I want to have on this lure, so I'm not going to go past those lines. And then I carve out this. You can do any shape you want down the side, but it's just a good template to have for both sides of the bait. You can see how I carve that out. Now I still got that line down the middle to work with. It's a good base point. Now these lines that I make on here all depend on the bait you're making, all on the shape, but it's good to have those lines on there so you can make sure it's all even as you're going. You don't want to just start carving into the bait without any markings on it. Next up is the sanding. I like to use 3M. It's a really good sandpaper. It lasts really long. I start with an 80 grit and finish with a 120. Sometimes I will use a Dremel also, but this bait came out pretty smooth, so I'm just going to use the sandpaper by hand. Now that I got it all sanded, I'm going to cut the joint. A good rule of thumb is get your sketch with the tail, and I fold it over in half, and that'll give you a half marker on the bait, and that's a good start on where you want to cut the bait. Right down the middle, you're going to get a really good chop out of it. It'll be a choppy style bait, and if you cut it more towards the back, you'll have a wider glide, and more towards the front, it's going to be a tighter glide on it. This is a real simple jig I use just to get started. It's just a 45 angle on a piece of wood. I just taped it to it, and that'll just get your blade started in that direction, and then you can pop it off and just start cutting. Now that the bait's cut, I can put some screws in. I use the 1 inch and they're 0.72 diameter. Next, I'm going to drill out the holes for the joint, and I'm also going to drill out the holes for the weights too. I just drill it with the regular drill bit, and then I'm going to clean it up with the Dremel. Now that we got some nice cleaned out holes to put the screws into, we're going to work on the joint. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the angle on this is, but you can copy it if you want to. I know that's what I did. I just copied one of my other baits and just made a template out of it. Just made a shorter version of it. And now I do this to make sure that each side has the same exact angle on it. I flip it over, make sure it's lined up perfect. After that, I drill out my hook hanger holes. I use swivels on it. I believe these are number 5s. Just depends on what size bait you're doing. This is a little 4-inch bait. And I use JB Weld steel stick epoxy. Next up, we're going to be drilling out the holes that you're going to be putting your weights in. On a bait this small, I like to do it beforehand, before I make the mold. And that way the hole's always drilled out on each bait. I don't have to drill out each bait. It's just ready to go once I pop it out of the mold. And on a bait this small, I get away with using split shots, the round kind without the little clamp on it. Those work perfect just to pop in there. And a good rule of thumb with your weight placement is equal parts in the back and front and a little bit heavier weight in the middle, depending on the bait. And this is your first cast out of resin after you made your mold. Go swim test those. I like to start off with making just one mold, then I go test that resin bait, make sure it's worth doing some more molds. If it's good, I can start making a bunch of molds out of it. Thank you guys for watching, I appreciate it. Got a couple more clips right here just to show you guys the little process of making baits. Let me know if you like the video. I'll do some more in-depth videos on making a bait that you can mold. And if you got any questions, let me know. Look out too, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make the molds for these baits. Thank you guys.